What if the biggest financial advantage rich people have isn't a secret investment, but a tiny rule almost nobody talks about? And what if this rule is so simple that you could start using it today, but most people never notice it? Stay until the end, because this small idea might completely change how you think about money. Most people think becoming rich requires something dramatic, a huge salary, a lucky investment, a viral business idea. But when you look at how wealthy people actually build their money, you start noticing something strange. They rarely rely on big financial jumps. Instead, they quietly follow a rule that sounds almost boring, the 1% rule. The idea is simple. Instead of trying to completely change your financial life overnight, you improve it by just 1% at a time. 1% more income, 1% less spending, 1% smarter decisions. It sounds tiny, almost pointless. But money starts to accumulate over time even if you save a small amount every day, and that's when the real difference appears. Let's take a simple example. Imagine two people who both earn $3,000 a month. The first person never changes anything. Same spending, same habits, same income. The second person improves their financial situation by just 1% each month. Maybe they negotiate a slightly better salary. Maybe they cut a small subscription. Maybe they invest a little more. Nothing dramatic, but after a few years, the gap becomes huge. This is the hidden power of the 1% rule. Wealthy people understand something most people ignore. Money is rarely built through giant leaps. It's built through consistent small advantages, a slightly higher income, a slightly better investment, a slightly smarter decision. And over time, these tiny differences explode into massive results. Now here's the question most people never ask themselves. What if you're already using the 1% rule, but in the wrong direction? 1% more spending every year, 1% more lifestyle inflation, 1% more unnecessary upgrades. That tiny negative shift can slowly destroy your finances. So the real question isn't, can you change your life overnight? The real question is, what is the next 1% improvement you can make today because small financial decisions repeated for years? Years later, that tiny 1% habit started to show its real power. The person who kept improving small things suddenly had more savings, better investments, and new opportunities. Nothing magical happened overnight. It was just hundreds of small decisions quietly working together. And one day people looked at them and said, "You're lucky." But it was never luck. It was the 1% rule.